I've sent you 2 emails, by the way. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Wednesday night quiz. Hope everybody is well and had a good day, especially, in fact, the weather's calmed down a little bit and we had a little bit of sunshine today, even though it was a bit cold, so to speak, but never mind. Right, a few things to mention. For those in the Rugby area, we have the Myton Hospice quiz tomorrow night, which is being broadcast on Zoom, of all things, by Dave Swineham, who is a good quizmaster. And I think that, what do we know what time it is, Ange? Is it 7:30? I think it's 7:30 kickoff for the Rugby Myton Hospice quiz. You do have to pay for it, unfortunately, but never mind. But that, of course, is only for people in the rugby area. So if you're if you're fed up with quizzing after mine, then don't do it. But if you're not fed up with quizzing and you fancy taking part, you can sign up and see whether you can take part in tomorrow night's quiz, which is in aid of Rugby Myton Hospice, he said. Right then. 6 rounds tonight. Let's just go through last week's winners first of all. We had a very good competition last week. Last Wednesday, we came out joint first place. We had PRS on 61 points and the Quizzy Rascals also on 61 points. And in second place on a fantastic 59 points, we had split the difference. And that was closely followed by Leslie Barrett all on his own on 58 points. We then had a number of teams. Sorry, he was fourth equal, should I say, with Graham Gifford also from Cambridge, Graham and Jane, both equal on fourth place. Now, a couple of birthdays I meant to mention whilst we're about it. We have a birthday for Graham Gifford. If he's online tonight, Graham and Jane, happy birthday, Graham. Apparently it was his birthday either today or yesterday. And also Sarah from our friends from Worcester, it's her birthday as well, so probably neither of those teams will be taking part tonight, as they're probably out enjoying a nice meal in a restaurant or something if their better halves have organised something we don't know. Alternatively, they might be stuck at home because of this dreaded COVID that seems to be going on forever and getting worse as we speak, so it's probably lockdown time again. They've just locked the pubs in Scotland, so I can't see the pubs in Rugby or elsewhere in England faring much better in the distant future. We're already under some restrictions with early closing at 9:30, but our government might think that's enough. But we will see. Right, tonight I'm on a very nice pint of Longhorn IPA. This is from Purity Brewery. It was given by one of our quizzers, would you believe? Bought me a cask. And very nice it is. So thank you, Matthew Blood, for donating some beer. It's not a bribe, I'll give you that. It was. Ah, yes, Jane is just saying, Jamin Graham here. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Excellent. So I had got it right. Vanessa Hughes has also joined us. Good evening, Vanessa. I hope all is well with you and you've enjoyed your day. And as Martin's here, Martin and Tina have joined us. I hope you've had a nice day, Martin. Have you been out fishing today, perhaps? Or what have you been getting up to? Making some more squirrel houses or something like that? Andrew Lewis has also joined us from sunny Yelvertoft. So good evening to Andrew and Jane. Jackie Smith. Jackie Smith, what's this? Hello from a man in Jordan. You are never in a man in Jordan, are you? Surely not. Well, perhaps you are. Fair play to you. Fantastic place. It's a place I'd like to go, Jordan, but I've never been to Jordan. Been to many Middle Eastern countries, but never to Jordan. Ian Barker's just joined us. He's saying good evening. And Robin says, if only I'd bought shares in Zoom, said Robin. Yes, you're probably right, Robin. There's a good chance, though. I've invested some of my ISA shares into renewables lately, and they're all doing very well, as you can imagine, at the moment. So maybe we should go to that, if not Zoom. Aid the Lovely's just joined us. Good evening, Aid. Hope all is well with you. And Aid, Jay, Steph, and Sarah are all with us. So Aid the Lovely one. Now, as I recall, the last time you did the Wednesday night quiz, you did extremely well. So let's see how we're fair tonight. Tracy and Jed have joined us, checking in from sunny Burton-on-Trent. Is that right, Jed? I think that's right. Jackie Smith, I absolutely am, she says. Wow. She signed in from my man in Jordan. Well, that's fantastic. So let's see how we fare out there. I remember being stuck in Kuwait on my birthday on Christmas Eve. And, of course, that was the days before the internet. I was waiting for a ship which was staying out at sea, obviously celebrating Christmas. So I was stuck in this hotel for 2 days. There was no English language television. There was no English language radio. You couldn't go out and walk the streets because it wasn't safe. So we just had to sit basically staring at each other. Oh, and the food wasn't any good either because, of course, it Kuwaiti's finest. So I don't have very fond memories of Kuwait, unfortunately. But there you go. So Jackie says she's out in Amman, which is fantastic. Georgia Lambert, hope all is well. So Georgia and the Yorkies have just joined us. Hello up, everybody. She says, hope you're all keeping well. Well, we're keeping well. I don't know what the weather's been like up in York today, but I suspect it's similar to the Midlands. We've had a fairly good spell. It was still a bit cold, but apparently we've got some wet weather on its way again. So 1 day of respite and then straight back into some particularly nasty weather. So as I've mentioned earlier, the scores from last week, we had PRS in joint place with the Quizzy Rascals on joint first place on 61 points. That's not bad out of a possible 63. Closely followed by Split the Difference on 59, who are in third place. In fourth equal place, we have the Giffords from sunny Cambridge and Leslie Barrett, both on 58 points. Fantastic scores. Then we had quite a plethora of people on 57 points. We had the famous five, Harry, Julian, and Ian, and we had the Home Alone 6, all on 57 points. And I'm very sorry if I've missed anybody else. Do feel free to message me about last week's score. So it does appear Sarah has just joined us. So happy birthday, Sarah. I thought you'd be taking her out for a meal tonight, Russ, but never mind. You're doing next quiz instead. What could be better? So it's happy birthday to Sarah and happy birthday to Graham Gifford tonight. So let's see whether you two teams can at least make some fun out of it tonight. Michelle's just joined us. Hello from the Givens in Crick. Sorry about my dismal display last night, Michelle. I missed the first round altogether doing the quiz, so I thought I'd just take a bit of part of fun, but I was trying to write a quiz at the same time and watch Life on television, which was a series which has just started, and we got stuck into that at the same time the quiz was on. So, yes, my dismal performance in last night's quiz was my own silly fault, but there we have it. Right, rounds tonight. We start off round number one, which is going to be entitled Wednesday the 7th. Second round tonight will be art and literature. Third round tonight is a connections round where I ask you 9 general knowledge questions and ask for a connection between the previous 9 answers. Round number 4 is an interesting one. I haven't done one of these for a little while. It's in the news. So 10 general knowledge questions about some things that have been in the news. So it's probably something to do with Donald Trump or Boris, but that's all that's been in the news, I suppose, but never mind. Round number 5 tonight will be an initial letter link. Basically 9 general knowledge questions. I then ask you to take the initial letter, rearrange it, and it'll spell out some famous person or something like that. And finally, we have a general trivia round, which is 10 just general knowledge, silly questions, although most of them aren't too silly tonight. I haven't had an awful lot of time to get this Wednesday's quiz done, but never mind. Right, I'm enjoying my Longhorn IPA. Ian Miller has just says, all Asda extra special passion fruit and pineapple cider. Sounds marvellous, that. There's passion fruit and pineapple. I thought they were supposed to put apples inside of it. Never mind, clearly anything goes. Well, it does in beer anyway. This thing seems to think everything these days. Michelle's just put driving one, not a favourite. Charlie was on form, hence the win. Excellent. Yes, I was not really taking much notice of the driving things, but never mind. Pineapple sounds fantastic. Oh, I was taking part. I missed 3 rounds. I was only clicking away as we were doing it. Right, I have already mentioned the fact that there is a quiz tomorrow night. Just a little plug for the Mighton Hospice quiz in Rugby. You've got to book in online through the Mighton Hospice website. So if you want to take part in that, that's really for people local to Rugby. So don't worry if you're in Oman or out in Amman, not Oman. It's another place we've been to, but never mind. Gin and tonic for the ladies and cider for me, says Aid the Lovely One. So we've got 2 people on cider. Ian Miller's on cider and Aid the Lovely One's on cider. Ian Miller or Accrington. Oh, right. Oh, dear God. Have you been out to feed the hedgehogs tonight, Ian? It's time now. They should be feeding themselves up and fattening themselves, ready for the winter, which is surely getting ever closer by the feel in my house anyway, because it is beginning to get to that time when we may have to switch the heating on, which would be a big disaster. I always hate that time, but never mind. Roy Job has just said St Austell tribute. Excellent ale, can't go wrong with that. Roy, just some bottles, I trust. I presume you haven't got it on draft or whatever else you might have. Jackie's saying, hi all, think I may be failess tonight. Where's our Faye got to tonight then? You'll have to let me know. And Mick Roberts is, Mick and Bev have just signed on, so good evening, Mick. Hope all is well in sunny Dalton. You been out anywhere tonight? No, we'll see. Sarah is saying, I'm on Hobgoblin Gold in Cocodamol because I hurt my back playing badminton. Oh, God. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Never mind. Well, I hope you've had a good birthday besides the Cocodamol. I've heard that if you mix it with Hobgoblin Gold, it kind of works wonders, so we'll have to see. Roy's just saying heating on. Well, I presume your heating's on. Our heating isn't on yet. No, but never mind. We're still a balmy. Wait a minute, let me have a look. It's still a balmy 21 degrees in here. Some people might not think that's warm enough, but it's warm enough for us. Home Alone 6 are here, although we're still waiting for Daisy to join us. So good evening to Home Alone 6 and Carol from Crick. Steve Harlan's also joined us. Good evening, Steve. Steve Hills and Major Dexter. So Dexter's in charge, as usual, I expect, with the team scores. Right, let me quickly run through the rounds again. I know I've been through them already, but I will just repeat for those that are Drink, Drugs and Sarah. Drinks, Drugs and Sarah. Oh, well, fair enough. Oh, dear. Robin Miller, my doctor and pharmacist told me not to drink alcohol when I was prescribed Cocodamol. Well, that's fair enough. Quizzy Rascals here and hoping not to type my answers into the quiz chat this evening. Oh, well, that's fair enough, Paula. Can't remember what you wrote. What did she write? Dugout. What a great answer that was. Not an easy one either. But never mind. Right, let's quickly run through the rounds before we start. Round number 1 tonight is entitled Wednesday the 7th, surprisingly. So usually the initial letters of the word Wednesday. 0, 7 and TH. That gives us 13 answers to round 1. Round number 2 is an arts and literature round. Round number 3 is entitled Connections, where there's a connection between with the final answer. Round number 4 is In the News, and In the News round I haven't done one for a little while, so I thought we'd throw one of those in. Then we've got an initial letter link, and finally a general trivia round, Nice one, Sarah. Yeah, they say that. Bad for the liver, but mine's had plenty of practice. Plus, it's really painful. Oh, dear. We had liver for tea yesterday, and very nice it was. Well, it was a Thai stir fry that I did. Yes, very nice. Chicken and was it sheep's liver? It was lamb's liver, wasn't it? Lamb's liver and chicken stir fry. Very nice. If you haven't tried it, you must try it. Right then, we've just got a couple of minutes to go before we get on with the quiz tonight. Robin, what's it? I'm drinking cans of, what's that? Champignons beer. Who get me? How the hell do you pronounce that? Champignolu. Something like that. Eileen's joined us. Eileen without Gareth tonight. So Eileen Williams, good evening, Eileen. Hope all is well with you and you've had a good day. Are we looking forward to more rain blowing in tonight? It's said by 9 o'clock, which is only an hour away, or less than an hour away, we should have some heavy rain coming across the Midlands. So look forward to a night of increasing wind and heavy rain. Before tomorrow, it'll all bone through by the morning. So let's see. I drink Try My Love Me. If you're not 100% happy, replace or refund. When I've finished, I'll take the can back and say I didn't like it. Yeah, they do that on a lot of things, don't they, Ian? Come on, Eileen, says Aid, the lovely one. Nice bit of chat, that, Aid. Keep them coming. We all like things like that. So if anybody's got a nice joke to share with us, you're more than welcome. Right then, here we go. My daughter, are we ready to go? Have you got the quiz tonight? Yes. Right, Lydia is backing me up with the questions in the chat column. So question number one, PRS are just signing in. Better late than never, PRS, and thank you very much for the beer, Matthew. I'm enjoying it. Starting with the letter W, question number one, built in 1849 and designed by D.R. Hill Architects. What was the former name of Her Majesty's Prison, Birmingham? It's a two-word answer I'm after. It's also the name of an area in Birmingham. So built in 1849 and designed by D.R. Hill Architects. What was the former name of Her Majesty's Prison, Birmingham? Alex has just joined us. Good evening, Alex. Are you on your own or with mother, son, father? Who are you with tonight? It's a bit of a notorious prison anyway. It's now just known as HM Prison Birmingham, surprisingly, but never mind. Question number two, starting with the letter E. What is a brand of mineral water coming from several sources near south shore of Lake Geneva? So what is a brand of mineral water coming from several sources near the south shore of Lake Geneva? That's an interesting one. So Alex is with mum. Excellent. Well, you should be all right on that one. Question number three, starting with the letter D. Letter D, pretty straightforward. What is the surname of the creator of some of the world's best known fictional characters and is regarded by many as the greatest novelist of the Victorian era? I just need his surname. So what is the surname of the creator of some of the world's best known fictional characters and is regarded by many as the greatest novelist of the Victorian era? That can't be very testing, I'm sure. Question number four might need a little more thought. It's a three-word answer. Which Hitchcock film tells a tale of mistaken identity with an innocent man pursued across the United States by agents of a mysterious organization? So question four again, beginning with the letter N. Which Hitchcock film tells a tale of mistaken identity with an innocent man pursued across the United States by agents of a mysterious organization? It sounds like the United States all over again, that, doesn't it? With the FBI or the CIA. Or just men in suits, perhaps men in black. Question number five. I'm after a French name for this one, which obviously will help. And starting with the letter E, with common names such as Roman or Burgundy, what is a French delicacy often served as an hors d'oeuvre or an hors d'oeuvre? Good evening, George. He's saying hi. Hi to George. All the answers, George, all the questions are in the chat column, so you can quickly go back if you're just a little way behind. We're only on question 5, so we're not far into the quiz. So question 5 again, starting with the letter E, and I'm after a French word with common names such as Roman or Burgundy. What is a French delicacy often served as an hors d'oeuvre? Interesting. So has anybody been up to anything really exciting today? Something that is mind-bogglingly different than the norm? I had my 2 grandchildren today, so 9:30 this morning we were up, well, it was early for me. We made a thrilling trip to Aldi. We delayed ours till tomorrow. Well done, Georgia. Question number 6, starting with the letter S, remember, widely considered one of the most important and influential composers of the 20th century, who was born on 17th of June 1882 in St. Petersburg and died in New York at the age of 89. So question 6, beginning with the letter S, which helps a lot. Widely considered one of the most important and influential composers of the 20th century, who was born on the 17th of June 1882 in St. Petersburg and died in New York at the age of 89. Oh, excellent. Oh, with my brother. Oh, my goodness. Well, I hope you enjoyed your lunch anyway, Jane. Even if you did have to go with my brother, but never mind. Could be worse. Now, there's a city I'd like to go to, St. Petersburg. How many of you have been there? That's an interesting one. Eric's bought a bucket of bourbon biscuits, 36p. Question number 7. Couldn't get any easier than this one. What flower is traditionally worn on St. David's Day, the 1st of March, in Wales? So what flower is traditionally worn on St. David's Day, the 1st of March, in Wales? Starting with the letter D. That was far too easy, so we'll crack on with question number 8. Which author wrote 6 romantic novels under the pseudonym Mary Westmacott during the 1930s? I thought Martin didn't know that one. Good old Welsh question. So question 8 again. Which author wrote 6 romantic novels under the pseudonym Mary Westmacott during the 1930s? It's a 2-word answer I'm after with that. Well, 2 words will do. Real smart ass you can put forward if you want. Question number 9, starting with the letter Y, which helps you somewhat. What is a subsidiary in the United Kingdom of the global media and online marketing organisation Haibu? So question 9 again. What is a subsidiary in the United Kingdom of the global media and online marketing organisation Haibu? I did try and get a definition of how you say that word, Haibu. Some people say Hibu, others say Haibu, but it seemed to be Haibu was the most common one. So even on pronunciations.com it was Haibu. Question number 10, good old mathematical one. Again, I've run out of things to say with zeros, but never mind. So a straightforward fraction. How is the fraction 7/16 represented as a decimal number? So how is the fraction 7/16 or 7/16 represented as a decimal number? You will need to work that out on a little bit of paper. Because there's a few digits in that one. Right, I'll let you work that one out. But whilst we're on it, question number 11 starts with the number 7, as in the 7th of October. It is number 7th today. Question number 11 starts with the number 7. How many trombonists led the parade in Meredith Willson's musical, The Music Man? So how many trombonists led the parade in Meredith Willson's musical, The Music Man? Sure, it's not too tricky for everybody. Question number 12 starts with the letter T, which makes this a little easier for you. The Italian physician Santorio Santorius is commonly credited with the invention of what measuring device? So the Italian physician Santorio Santorius is commonly credited with the invention of what measuring device? Starts with the letter T. It's a 1-word answer I'm after. I'm the Music Man, and I'm Daniel White, and I can play. Well done, Ian. Knows it well. Now, when I was doing that question, the previous one, I didn't quite figure out whether his name was actually Santorio Santorius, or whether it's just Santorio Santorius. It didn't make much sense. Never mind. Somebody might like to correct me on that. And finally, question number 13 in round number 1. Terence Joseph Alexander was an English film and television actor, best known for his role as Charlie Who in the British TV drama Bergerac. We've got. Do you want me to start singing it now? What can you play? I can play it now. I'll only get Robin involved if I start singing, remember? So Terence Joseph Alexander was an English film and television actor, best known for his role as Charlie Who in the British TV drama Bojack. Oh dear. Right. Well, it's all right, Robin. You've escaped. I haven't burst into song. I was thinking of doing, but then I thought, no, better of it. Don't want my ratings to plummet any lower. So we're after the that actor's fictional surname. He was known as Charlie Whom. Starting with the letter H. Right then, we got answers in for that little lot. I will give you a second just to work out your decimal because that possibly took a little bit of time. Unless you get your phones out, in which case you're cheating. Use your brains, a bit of paper. Very nice beer. I've got to be up at the crack of dawn tomorrow. Atomic Brewery, brewing back. We haven't brewed for about 4 or 5 weeks, so it's time we did. So I'll be down at the brewery early in the morning, rustling up some fine ale. God knows what it's going to be called, but we'll see. Right then, let's do some marking after round one, see how we've all fared. Starting with the letter W, the name of that prison, or former prison name, was Winson Green. Winson Green, well done if you got that. Number 2 is Evian Water, or Evian Water. Number 3, it was Dickens, of course, I was after. Number 4, that film by Hitchcock was North by Northwest. Number 5 is escargot, that French delicacy of snails, the Roman or the Burgundy snail. Number 6, I was after Stravinsky, of course. Number 7, I was after the daffodil. Number 8 was Agatha Christie, of course, who wrote under the pseudonym Mary Westmacott during the 1930s, 6 romance novels. Number 9, that subsidiary of Haibu is known as Yell. Number 10, the fraction 7/16 is represented by the decimal number 0.4375. Well done with that, 4375. Of course, there were 76 trombones in Meredith Willson's musical, Music Man. Number 12, the physician Santorio Sanctorius is commonly credited with the invention of the thermometer. Well done if you got that. And finally, Terence Joseph Alexander was in English, best known for Charlie Hungerford. Charlie Hungerford, so well done with that one. Robin said, was that you in the van this morning? That sounded their horn at me. It was, Robin, yes it was. I saw you as I came round the roundabout. As I was exiting, I tooted the horn towards you, and I could clearly see you didn't have a clue who it was, but never mind. It was me all the same, so yes, well done you. Right, Ada Lovely won a fantastic 10. We've got Tracy and Jen on 12. Andrew Lewis is on 12. The Yorkies are on 9. We've got Mick Roberts on 12. Sarah and Ross are on 10. We've got Mike Yates on 9. PRS are on 12. Ada Lovely one, sorry, they're on 13, he says. Ian Miller's on 9. Split the Difference are on 13. We've got Steve Farndon on 11. Eileen's on 7. We've got Vanessa Hughes on 10. Martin Davis, 10 for us. That includes clearly the Daffodil one, I suppose. Graham Gifford is on 11. Michelle's on 11. Alex Brown's on 10. The Booby Prize girls are on 10. We've got Home Alone 6 on 11. Ian, Harry and Absentia, they're on 12. And we've got Paul Lewis and the Quizzy Rascals on 13. Peter Robinson and the Condiments on 12. So nice to see you, Peter. Yeah, that's a good score. Condiments straight in with a 12. Out of a possible 13 points. That's not bad at all. So round number 2 is a straightforward art and literature round. I'd like to say, is anybody playing their Joker? But as we're not playing Joker rounds, it makes no difference. So 10 generalised questions on art and literature. Question number 1 doesn't take too much thinking about, so just put your first answer down quickly, and you're probably right. Which island was author Bill Bryson referring to in the title of his best-selling 1995 travel book, Notes from a Small Island? So question 1 again, which island was author Bill Bryson referring to in the title of his best-selling 1995 travel book, Notes from a Small Island? Don't overthink that one. Bit of lateral thinking, you might get that. Question number 2, listen carefully. Who was the well-known relation? Who was the subject of an 1871 painting, arrangement in grey and black, number 1, by the artist James McNeill Whistler? So who was the well-known relation? Who was the subject of the 1871 painting, arrangement in grey and black, number 1, by the artist James McNeill Whistler? Farah saying hello. Hello, Farah. All right. How are you? Do feel free to come and join the quiz, unless you're already doing it. Question number 3. I'm just after a one-word answer. Joe Wicks is well known for a series of cookbooks called Lean in 15, apparently. What similar title ending in 15 did he use for a 2020 book that advised on how to take a baby from breastfeeding through first foods to enjoying family meal times? It's just a one word I'm after, and it's probably easier if you read it off the notes that he has put down. Joe Wicks is well known for a series of cookbooks called Lean in 15. What similar title ending in 15 did he use for the 2020 book that advises on how to take a baby from breastfeeding through first foods to enjoying family meal times? Not the easiest one, that, but again, a logical answer will get you the point there. Question number 4, Desperate Dan and Corky the Cat were long-running characters in which comic? So Desperate Dan and Corky the Cat were long-running characters in which comic? Good blimey. Broad interpretation of literature. Right, that is a broad one, isn't it? Right, never mind. Well, you can go from that one to number 5, Daphne du Maurier. Here we go. Daphne du Maurier's 1936 novel, Jamaica Inn, was inspired by her stay at an inn with this name, which still exists today in which English county? By far as saying goodbye. So Daphne du Maurier's 1936 novel Jamaica Inn was inspired by her stay at an inn with a name which still exists today in which English county? And the wife cycled past it. Well, she won't remember that. It was closed at the time. We will have a B. It's very difficult to actually get to unless you're on the main road. It's on the A38, pretty sure. Question number 6. Published in September 2020, a crime novel called The Thursday Murder Club is the debut novel of which BBC TV game show co-host? Farah says, it's my birthday today, so I'm away to party. Have a great day, Farah. So, published in September 2020, a crime novel called The Thursday Murder Club is the debut novel of which BBC TV game show co-host? Kind of gives it away a little bit. That well, maybe it doesn't. Which British statesman was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature? This is question number 7, by the way. Which British statesman was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1953 for, quote, his mastery of historical and biographical description, as well as for brilliant oratory in defending exalted human values? So, which British statesman was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1953 for, quote, his mastery of historical and biographical descriptions, as well as for brilliant oratory in defending exalted human values? Sounds a bit fine, doesn't it? Question number 8. Referring to a word or phrase that has a particular property, what 10-letter word was coined in the 17th century by writer Harry Peachman and is derived from Greek terms meaning again and direction? You need to read that one. Oh, a bit tough this round. The wife's falling asleep. Oh no, she's just falling asleep. Too long with the kids, I think, today. So referring to a word or phrase that has a particular property, a bit like a metaphor, for instance, what 10-letter word was coined in the 17th century by writer Henry Peacham and is derived from Greek terms meaning again and direction? Question number 9, bit easier. Raymond Briggs is an English illustrator, cartoonist, and author, best known for which story? A Book Without Words, whose cartoon adaptation is shown every year. So Raymond Briggs is an English illustrator, cartoonist, and author, best known for which story? A Book Without Words, whose cartoon adaptation is shown every year. And this is one for Roy, just bring you down to some proper art and literature questions. In the fairy tale, Three Billy Goats Gruff, what type of creature do the goats have to outsmart in order to cross the bridge? So question 10 again. In the fairy tale, Three Billy Goats Gruff, what type of creature do the goats have to outsmart in order to cross the bridge? Well, there were a few tough questions in there, I have to say. They weren't all that hard. Maybe 3 or 4 of them. That's the adult collection of 9. Oh, great. Right, I will give you just a little while longer whilst we just get those together. There's a few logic questions there. This is more in tune with our knowledge. Excellent. Well done, Roy. Right then, here we go. Here we go with the answers to this round. Just have a stab at them if you have no idea. Which island was Bill Bryson referring to? Well, he was referring to our island, Great Britain. I told you it took a bit of a logic. He called it a small island, which it is, I suppose. Question number 2. What was the well-known relation of James McNeill's Whistler? Of course, it was Whistler's mother, the painting, which is called An Arrangement in Grey and Black. Number 1 is, of course, of Whistler's mother, and we've all heard of Whistler's mother. Number 3, Joe Wicks is well known for a series of cookbooks called Lean in 15. He called his next one, From Breastfeeding Through to First Food, as to Wean in 15. Well done if you work that out. Wean in 15. That was a good guess if you guessed that. Number 4 was the Dandy, of course. Number 5, Jamaica Inn, which still exists today, is in Cornwall, of course, in Cornwall on the A38. Number 6 was Richard Osman, that BBC game show co-host. who's written the crime novel The Thursday Murder Club. Number 7, of course, was Winston Churchill, who won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1953. Number 8, that one word referring to the Greek terms meaning again and direction is a palindrome. A palindrome. Of course, it refers to words that read the same backwards as forwards. Number 9 was the snowman or snowman, and finally number 10, of course, it was a troll that the goats were trying to outwit. So let's see how you fared with that little lot. I'm sure there's some good 7, 8s or 9s there. Don't know whether anybody will get 10, but they might do. We'll see. Right, let's have some scores in and see how you fared. So Mike Yates on a very respectable 18 points. Sarah's on 19. Ada, lovely one, 22 points. Can't go wrong with that. Home Alone 6 on 21. Andrew Lewis is on 21. Ian Miller's on 17. Martin Davis is on 19. We've got Tracy and Jed on 20. Steve Farner's on 19. Mick Roberts on 21. PRS are on 21. Booby Prize Girls are on 18. We've got Jane Gifford on 19. Vanessa is on 18. Georgia for the 18 for the Yorkies. We're doing a degree in literature, so that was our ideal round. Excellent, well done. Eileen Williams is on 15. Harry, Julie, and Ian are on 19. Michelle's on 20. Split the difference are on 22. Well played them. Leslie Barrett's on 19. Matthew's saying happy birthday, Farah, but I think Farah's far off. And the Quizzy Rascals are also on 22 points. Alex Brown is on 19 points. It's all very close at the moment. So some good scores in there. A couple of 22s, and there were 3 22s and a number of 21 points in. So well done, everybody, on that round. Right then, round number 3 is a connection round. 9 questions on general knowledge, plus a final question asking for a connection between the previous 9 answers. Obviously, if you can work out the connection after the first 2 questions, then you should be able to get the lot, obviously. So let's see how we fare with this. A good turnout tonight. We've got 57 concurrent players online or posting in from different devices, which is good. Right then, question number 1, dead easy one to get going. Which famous singer was born Priscilla White in 1943? Which famous singer was born Priscilla White in 1943? All the condiments on 21. Well played, Peter, and the condiments. Question number 2. What is a coarse form of file used for shaping wood or other materials, such as metal or plastic, I suppose? It can also be the name given to an unpleasant noise emanating from either end of the human body. Dear. So what is a coarse form of file used for shaping wood or other material? It can also be the name of an unpleasant noise emanating from either end of the human body. I'm sure Ian's going to come up with something there. Come on, Ian. Oh dear. Question number 3. What colour of ball is worth 5 points in a game of snooker? So what colour of ball is worth just 5 points in a game of snooker? Question number 4, listen carefully. The 2007 series of Strictly Come Dancing was the first in which a married couple both competed as celebrity contestants, with one being a TV presenter and the other a retired sports star. What is their surname? So it's just a common surname. So the 2007 series of Strictly Come Dancing was the first in which a married couple both competed as celebrity contestants, with one being a TV presenter and the other a retired sports star. What is their surname? Now, you might be able to, if you can get that, you might well be able to work out the connection. Oh, come on, Leslie. It could have been EastEnders. At least it was Strictly. Surely there's more normal people watch Strictly. Thankfully, it was always on a Sunday night when I was doing the quiz, so we never got to see it anyway. Or was it a Saturday night? Oh, no, it was always when I was down the pub on a Saturday night. That's why I never got to see it. I knew there was a good reason I never got to see it. It's because we were always out. Come on, Martin, stick in there, stick in there. You get the connection, it might help you define normal people. I don't know, Robin. How do you define normality? Question number 5. Again, this may help if you can get the connection. Who served as Home Secretary from 1997 to 2001 and as Foreign Secretary from 2001 to 2006? Aid's got the connection. Well done, Aid. Well, that'll help you with that one. So, who served as Home Secretary from 1997 to 2001 and as Foreign Secretary from 2001 to 2006? It's a long time. Me too now, so have we. Excellent. Question number 6. What name is given to the device on a lathe that holds the workpiece in place? So what name is given to the device on a lathe that holds the workpiece in place? Question number 7. The term gander refers to the adult male of what type of animal? Sore for you today, actually. So the term gander refers to the adult male of what type of animal? Aha! Martin's saying, hooray, now the connection has clicked. Well done. LWC. That's right. Great lad. Sorry. Question number 8. Flowing through the cities of Perth and Dundee and at a length of 188 kilometres, what is the longest river in Scotland? Farah says, hello, I'm back. I just had a beer. Well, doesn't stop you drinking while you're watching. He said happy birthday, by the way. That's good of it. Question number 9. In the lyrics of the Tom Jones hit single Green Green Grass of Home, what is the name of the girl who has hair of gold and lips like cherries? So question 9 again. In the lyrics of the Tom Jones hit single Green Green Grass of Home, what is the name of the girl who has hair of gold and lips like cherries? And finally, of course, question number 10. What is the connection between the previous 9 answers? Far up, we don't do it every night because it takes me most of the week to do 2. No, we do it on a Wednesday night and on a Sunday night. We do a quiz every Wednesday and Sunday. Same time, 8 for 8:15 start. 6 rounds of general trivia, which keeps us going for about an hour and a half. Right then, that is the end of the connections round. I think most of you by now should have the connection. As such, even those that were really worried about number 4 might have been able to get a connection in there. So you're looking for a surname that's got something to do with your connection. Are you about done, eh? Has everybody got answers in? Would anybody need any extra time, or are we happy to go ahead with some marking? Just put it in quickly in the chat if you need a little bit more time. If not, we'll go straight to the marking. Please, says Flora. Jackie wants a bit more time. That's fine. Well, has anybody seen any of Spitting Image yet? I was, because we haven't got BritBox, I decided to quickly trawl a bit of YouTube last night late on and played a couple of the sketches, and they're absolutely wonderful. I do recommend it to anybody if you can just, even if you have to watch it on YouTube as I did. Some of the sketches they've done are absolutely remarkable and well worth watching. Just shows you what you can get away with if you try. But never mind. Right then, let's do some marking. Are we ready? 9 general knowledge questions, where the last question asks for a connection between them all. Here we go then. Question number 1. Which famous singer was born Priscilla White in 1943? That was Cilla Black, of course. Number 2. What is a coarse form of file used for shaping wood or other material? It can also be the name of an unpleasant noise emanating from either end of the human body. That's a rasp, of course. What colour of ball is worth 5 points in the game of snooker? That's blue ball. Number 4, the surname I wanted was Logan, as in Gabby Logan and Kenny Logan. Number 5, that foreign secretary was Jack Straw. Well done if you worked that out. That was not an easy one. Number 6, of course, the device on the lathe that holds the workpiece is a chuck. Number 7, the term gander refers to the adult male of what type of animal? That's a goose. And flowing through the cities of Perth and Dundee and at a length of 188 kilometres, what is the longest river in Scotland? That is the River Tay. Number 9, in the lyrics of Tom Jones' hit single Green Green Grass of Home, what is the name of the girl who has hair of gold and lips like cherries? That is Mary, of course. And finally, number 10, what is the connection between the previous 9 answers? Berry, blackberry, elderberry, blueberry, loganberry, strawberry, chuckberry, gooseberry, tayberry, and maryberry. Well done if you got that little lot. So obviously, berry was the connection. So let's have some scores in. We have the lovely one. What's the syllabary? Yeah, blackberry, of course. Carol, Home Alone on 31. We've got Ian Miller on 27. Tracy and Jeddah on 30. We've got Sarah on 29. PRS are on 31. Aid the lovely one on 32. Martin Davis on 28. We've got the Yorkies on a fantastic 22 points. Paula Lewis is on 31. Michelle Gibbons is on 28. Alex Brown's on 28. Nick Roberts is on 30 points. Leslie Barrett's on 29. We've got Steve Farn on 26. The Booby Brothers girls are on 24. Vanessa Hughes is now on 25. We've got Mike Yates on 23. Split Deliverance are on 32 points. Andrew Lewis is on 23 points. Eileen Williams is on 23. We've got Jane Gifford on 29. The Condiments are on 30 points. Harry, Julia, and Ian are saying, ouch, on 25 points. Never mind, still a very good score. Right then, round number 4 tonight. Round number 4 is in the news, This is a news item I did see. It was on the television last night. It was on Central News, of all things, but never mind. Not much help if you come from, or if you live in somewhere the other side of the world, but we'll see. Priscilla Maria Veronica White. Well done, Ian. Yes, we don't get extra points for that, you know, but never mind. Well spotted. Well spotted. Farah saying hello again. Well, hello, Farah. Never mind. Right then, are we ready? In the news. In the news. Get your answers ready. Farah, I'm afraid you can't carry on just putting any old thing down in the chat column. Right, here we go. In the news, which group recently achieved their first UK top 10 album since 1974? with a greatest hits album called Come On Feel the Hits. Let's see. So which group recently achieved their first UK top 10 album since 1974 with a greatest hits album called Come On Feel the Hits? I think so. It's time. Question number 2. The 2020 London Marathon took place last Sunday, 4th of October. In which month was it originally due to be held? So the 2020 London Marathon took place on October the 4th. In which month was it originally due to be held? Question number 3 is an interesting one. The Supreme Court of Ireland recently ruled that bread used by which fast food chain could not be classified as bread due to its high sugar content and was therefore not exempt from VAT. That's an interesting one, isn't it? So the Supreme Court of Ireland recently ruled that bread used by which fast food chain could not be classed as bread due to its high sugar content and was therefore not exempt from VAT. They get away with it apparently in this country, but not in Ireland because Irish bread cannot contain more than 70% of sugar, and this was much higher. For no good reason either. Why the hell would you fill bread with sugar? Yeah, you're right, Robin. It was interesting. Question number 4. Which long-running TV show even, moved from BBC Two to make its BBC One debut on October the 8th as it began its 29th series? They proved it at Yeast. Oh dear, Alex, that was dreadful. Oh dear. Any more fermenting questions while we're about it? Let's see what we can come up with. Yeah, you're right. Americans like anything with sugar. Anything that's not real, basically, don't they? So question number 4 again. Which long-running TV show moved from BBC Two to make its BBC One debut on October the 6th as it began its 29th series? I don't know why they bothered, actually, but there you go. Maybe to try and improve ratings, but we'll see. That's number 4. Question number 5. Recently celebrating its 60th anniversary of becoming independent from British rule, what is the most populated country in Africa? Alex is do more bread puns. Need some more puns. Oh, God almighty, here we go. I can see you're raising the standard, Alex. Oh, I bet I lost a lot of dough over that. Oh, dear God. Right, dough needing. Oh, dear. Let's not, we don't have to prove anything, do we? Dear. Oh, God almighty. Right, we've had enough bread jokes, unless anybody else can come up with some more bread jokes. Question number 6. What is the largest cinema chain in the United Kingdom, which recently announced it may temporarily close all of its 128 of its cinemas in the United Kingdom and Ireland, saying the industry has become unviable due to the coronavirus pandemic? So the largest cinema chain in the United Kingdom, what is the largest cinema chain in the United Kingdom, which recently announced it may temporarily close all 128 of its cinemas in the United Kingdom and Ireland, saying the industry was becoming unviable due to the coronavirus pandemic? Question number 7. Oh, bother, I mentioned this earlier. Before returning to TV on the streaming service BritBox on the 3rd of October, the TV show Spitting Image had a last-minute adjustment to a puppet of which famous singer, over fears that a carrot on top of its head could offend redheads. That's ridiculous. I'm surprised they were offended by that. Or they were bothered. Why would they be bothered? So before returning to TV on the streaming service BritBox on October the 3rd, the TV show Spitting Image had a last-minute adjustment to a puppet of which famous singer, over fears that a carrot on top of its head could offend redheads. Dear God. Well, the bog brush they put on top of Boris's head, I mean, that could offend him, couldn't it? Could offend blonde people, I suppose. Question number 8. Observed this year on October the 1st. What is the traditional name for the full moon that is closest to the autumnal equinox? But do they care about ginger-haired musicians, what they say? I don't know, maybe they don't. So question 8 again. Observed this year on October the 1st, what is the traditional name for the full moon that is closest to the autumnal equinox? Oh dear God, Alex, these puns have been unbearable. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear, dear. Oh dear. We got to roll with it. Oh God, we got roll. You need to get a cup on. No need to get. Oh dear, it's getting better. Keep going, lads. Anybody else got some silly bread jokes? Oh dear, oh dear. I was trying to think of a baguette one there, but I couldn't come up with one in my spare time. But never mind. Right then, question number 9. Listen carefully. Presenting her final show on the 1st of October, which Radio 4 programme has Jenny Murray hosted since 1987? A long time. So presenting her final show on the 1st of October, which Radio 4 programme has Jenny Murray hosted since 1987? And finally, question number 10, to round off this straightforward in the news round. Which 94-year-old recently joined Instagram and soon broke Jennifer Aniston's record for reaching 1 million followers in the shortest time? So a record for the most followers. If a bag identified as a woman, it would be a bagatelle. I was trying to come up with a baguette. Which 94-year-old recently joined Instagram and soon broke Jennifer Aniston's record of reaching 1 million followers in the shortest time? The kind of age gives it away there with that last one. So I hope you're thinking of famous 94-year-olds. Not many of them. Right then, it's the kind of round that you've got to put a question down for everything. There's nothing there to work out. You just stick something down, doesn't it? Ian's just thought, what does a loaf of bread say when breaking up with his girlfriend? You deserve butter. Oh, dear, dear, dear. That's awful, right? Oh dear. Now we're really trawling the depths, aren't we? I suppose. Oh dear. Right then, let me go through the answers to this round. Random 4 in the news. Which group recently achieved their first UK top 10 album since 1974? With Come On Feel the Hits. Well, of course, their original with Come On Feel the Noise. It was Slade. I don't know what it was, actually. It was a single, wasn't it? Come On Feel the Noise. Never mind. Question number 2. The London Marathon was due to take place in April. Well done if you got that. Number 3, of course, the Supreme Court upheld that Subway's bread wasn't actually bread because it consisted of mostly too much sugar. Which long-running TV show moved from BBC 2 to BBC 1, probably in an effort to upright its ratings a bit? That's Top Gear, Top Gear. Don't spread that joke around. Oh, God. My just bread hates them when the weather is too toasty. Number 9, the independent development. Most populated country in Africa now is Nigeria. I think the population is just over 200,000 now, isn't it? 200 million, sorry. Number 6, what is the largest cinema chain? That's Cineworld, of course. Number 7, I was after Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran. Crumbs, says Leslie. Number 8, we have the harvest moon, which is closest to the autumnal equinox. Presenting her final show, that was the tricky one in the round. Jenny Murray hosted Woman's Hour. Woman's Hour. Oh, very good, Georgia. Come on, feel the noise. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, dear, dear. It gets worse, doesn't it? What's the best thing about a bread joke? It never gets stale. And finally, number 4. Which 94-year-old, sorry, number 10, which 94-year-old recently joined Instagram? That was David Attenborough, of course. David Attenborough. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Like it or loaf it, these puns are clever. Nobody's come up with a Baps joke yet, have they? We're going to need Baps jokes. Never mind. Right then, Carol, Home Alone 6 are on fantastic 40 points. Well played them. Hey, they're lovely on 42. Got PRS on 31. Claire said she was a Ciabatta do better in the next round. Oh, dear, dear, dear. That's really bad. Oh, dear. Steve Farnan on 35 points. We've got Harry Julian Ian on 34 points. We've got Michelle on 36. Graham Givens on 37. Ian Miller's on 25. We've got the Yorkies now on 29 points. Well played them. Martin Davis on 37 points. Pink Roberts on 36 points. Split the difference on 42 points. Well played, split the difference. Leslie Barrett's on 35. Got Vanessa Hughes on 33. Ye-Star jokes are all as bad as each other's. Tracy and Jed are on 38. Andrew Lewis is on 36. Sarah's on 36. Alex Brown's on 33. Probably one extra for all the jokes you've been telling, Alex. Paula Lewis is on 31. The Condiments are on 38. Mike Yates on 29. The Booby Pros Girls are on 30 points. So well played, everybody. Now then, as normal, it's probably time for another beer, actually. Bitch, you don't want to get me another little tin of beer, do you? Before we go into the initial letter link, I'll just get myself these jokes are the bitters. Gets worse, doesn't it? Nice one, Roy. Dinner, Batman. Oh, dear. They're getting worse. Right, come on. Let's have another subject. I'm going to bring up a subject of the day, see what jokes we think. I think the bread jokes are quite good. Right, then, here we go then. An initial letter link. We have 10 questions on general knowledge where the answer to the final question can be spelt out by rearranging the first letters of the first 9 answers. Having a wry smile at these jokes. They get worse, don't they, Matthew? All right, then. The wife's just saying she needs 10 minutes to go. I think that's what should be a wrap now. Right, yes, that's it, Hillary. Ask you. Right, question number 1. Here we go then. The Last Frontier. This is the first question of round number 5. The Last Frontier is the official nickname of which US state? You just did one, spelt. I will be using some spelt tomorrow, I expect, in my brewing, but we will see. Oh, dear. How does a bread woo a lover? With lots of flowers. Oh, dear. That's worse than you get out of a Christmas cracker quality, that is. I reckon, Ian, I reckon you and Alex, between you, well, in fact, all you lot have been writing these jokes. We should forward them to Christmas cracker. Because they must run out of jokes, surely. Question number 2. According to Guinness World Records, the largest monument ever constructed is a pyramid that is still standing in which country? I can barely spell these puns. He was bred in captivity. Oh dear, I like that one, Faye. Went to the zoo yesterday and saw a baguette in a cage. The zookeeper said it was bred in captivity. Oh, dear. Now that is a good one. That wins the day so far. Oh dear. Ian says I'm having none of it. Oh dear. I won't be able to finish this quiz tonight. Right, did I repeat question number 2? Yes. Question number 3. What colour goes before I flight? That's I as in your eye, flight. To give a term used to refer to a flight scheduled to depart at night and arrive the following morning. So what colour goes before I flight to give a term used to refer to a flight scheduled to depart at night and arrive the following morning? It's a term I've never heard of, but it kind of works. And I've departed at night to arrive in the morning many a time from Dubai to India. So it's just a colour I'm after for that one. Question number 4. This is right up Martin's path, this one. Here we go, Martin. With a population of approximately 20,000 people, in which seaside town is the National Library of Wales located? I'll put these E's twice in there. So with a population of approximately 20,000 people, in which seaside town is the National Library of Wales located? Well, it depends whether you're spelling it, Martin. If you spell it in the correct Welsh spelling, you can send it to me. I might give you an extra half point for that. No, I won't. I'm joking. Question number 5. This is right up Roy's street, this one. Roy Job, this is just for you. On the 4, sorry, on the 4, that's supposed to be off, isn't it? Ah, yeah, right, off. It's got to be off, isn't it? Question number 5. Of the 4 members of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which one is considered the leader and most skilled of the group? So of the 4 members of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which one is considered the leader and the most skilled of the group? If it's any help, it's a one-word answer. Question number 6. The term slapshot refers to the fastest and hardest shot a player can perform in which sport? So question 6 again. The term slapshot refers to the fastest and hardest shot a player can perform in which sport? It's not that one where you slap people around the face, whatever that's called. My wife thinks I'm awful when I play with the kids because often I play being hit on the head lessons with them. She's always moaning a bit. Can't encourage them to do that. It's normally with a baking tray or something, hit myself over the head and They think it's really funny. That's probably why I've turned out what I am. Right, question number 7. Which sign of the zodiac has a name that translates from Latin to English as balance? So which sign of the zodiac has a name that translates from Latin to English as balance? Or is it? All right. Are you referring to question number 6 there, Robin? Being it on the head lesson. Question number 8. This is one you may remember if you watched the film Top Gun. Now aged 63, which actress starred in the 1980s films Witness, Top Gun, and The Accused? It's a 2-word answer I'm after. Now aged 63, which actress starred in the 1980s films Witness, Top Gun, and The Accused? She was good in Top Gun. Yeah, we'll go with the British name for the sport for number 6. God knows what the Americans call it. Never mind. Question number 9. Which company has used a long-running logo known as the Walking Fingers logo? So which company has used a long-running logo known as the Walking Fingers logo? And finally, question number 10, which will help you somewhat. The first letters of the first words in the previous 9 answers can be rearranged to spell the name of which British comedy star who appeared in The Young Ones and Blackadder, amongst others. It's a 2-word answer I'm after. So the first letters of the first words in the previous 9 answers can be rearranged to spell the name of which British comedy star who appeared in The Young Ones and Blackadder, amongst others. It's a 2-word answer that I'm after. And of course, it must be a 9-letter answer I'm after. 9-letter answer, 2 words, 2 names. I have to say, Matthew, I don't know whether you're enjoying the same, the Longhorn IPA, but it's been really nice. Once I figured out how to get into the cask and keep it pressurized and unpressurized, it was very, very good indeed. I always give you a little bit more time in this round because you need to kind of work out or work them backwards, so to speak, if you've got a letter missing or something. I know number 10, the answer to the person's name. I'll open my barrel at the weekend when I need some beer. Very good indeed. As I say, I'm brewing in the morning, so I'll be up bright and early. God knows what time when I wake up, I suppose. No rush, but I expect to be down there 8:30, 9 o'clock, something like that. Mash in, come home for breakfast, then back down again. I'm not quite sure what I'm brewing tomorrow because I need to use up the ingredients we've got. So I've got 650 kilos of malt. I've got about 15 kilos of torrefied wheat. I've got a little bit of crystal malt. Suggestions for a beer name? Yes. Now our last one was our last kind of one-off was Toxie's. What was it? Trump's Toxic Tipple. It actually went down quite well. Sold quite well. Prior to that, we had Lockdown, which had gone down pretty well. I thought we might call one Boris's Blonde, actually, because this one's going to have to be blonde because I've got mostly white-coloured beer and wheats. Right then, here we go then. Right then, let's go through the answers before we go into the last round. Right, the Last Frontier is official nickname of which US state? That's Alaska. Alaska is known as the Last Frontier. Number 2, according to Guinness World Records, the largest monument ever constructed is a pyramid that is still standing in Mexico, apparently. Mexico. Number 3, the colour that goes before eye flight is red. It's called red eye flight, to give a term used to refer to a flight scheduled to depart at night and arrive the following morning. Number 4, the National Library of Wales is located in Aberystwyth. Number 5 is Leonardo, apparently the cleverest and most skilled of the group. Number 6, the term slap shot refers to, apparently in Britain, it's called ice hockey. Ice hockey. Number 7, the balance, of course, is Libra, as in the scales, Libra the scales. Number 8, now aged 63, which actress starred in the 1980s film Witness, Top Gun, and The Accused. That was Kelly McGillis. Kelly McGillis, well done if you got that. Number 9, of course, the logo was for Yellow Pages. And finally, of course, if you rearrange the letters, you should end up with Rick Mail. Rick Mail, who of course died a few years ago. I don't know exactly when, but I'm sure somebody will tell me. So Robin's just saying, what we call ice hockey, the Americans call hockey, and what we call hockey, they call field hockey. They blooming well would, wouldn't they? Americans make it up as they go along most of the time. Right, we've got Home Alone 6 on a very credible 50. We've got PRS on 51. We've got Tracy and Jed on 47. We've got Michelle Gibbons on 46. We've got Martin Davis on 46, picking up that Aberystwyth point, obviously. Nick Roberts on 42. We've got Ian Miller on 33. Aid the Lovely one, 51 points. Well played, Aid. Georgia Lambert and the Yorkies on 36. Good rounds tonight. They're coming on strong. They're getting stronger each week, the Yorkies. Alex Brown's on 43. We've got PRS on 51. Steve Farndon on 42. Peter Robertson and the Condiments on 48 points. Leslie Barrett said bombed or rather failed to rise. Failed to rise to the occasion. Sorry, yes, okay. 42 points. Sarah and Russ have given themselves half a point there on 45.5 points. We've got split the difference on 52 points. The Booby Prize girls are on 39. Andrew Lewis is on 43. Graham Gifford's on 43. Vanessa Hughes is on 40 points. Well done, Vanessa. That's a very good score. Ian Sherritt, Harry Julian here on 42. Mike Yates is on 35. Well played, Mike. Yeah, it wasn't necessarily the easiest round, but never mind. Doesn't help if you can't get the guy's name right at the end. That does not help whatsoever, but never mind. So at the moment, we have split the difference, I think, just in the lead on 51. Sorry, 52. We've got PRS on 51. Aid the Lovely on 51. We've got the Quizzy Rascals on 51. And we've got Home Alone 6 on 50. So very, very close. And there's a couple of teams on 49, 48, and 47. So all to play for in the last round. Last round tonight is a general trivia round. Nothing more than just some silly questions. Most of them, well, not all of them actually tonight. Never mind. I hadn't got time to make up a lot of silly questions, but we start off very straightforward Monopoly question, as you all love these. Question number 1, how much money does each player receive at the beginning of a game of Monopoly? That's if you're playing to the rules and not making up as you go along. So how much money does each player receive at the beginning of a game of Monopoly? I think we've run out of red jokes eventually, haven't we? Go for that. We needed to. Ha! We needed to. Oh, sorry, we've had a neat joke already, haven't we? Well, Leslie's just had that one about rising to the occasion, hasn't he? Question number 2. Which English conductor was best known for his association with London's annual series of promenade concerts? He conducted them for nearly half a century, and after his death in 1944, the concerts were officially renamed in his honour. Just need to know his name. So which English conductor was best known for his association with London's annual series of promenade concerts? He conducted them for nearly half a century. After his death in 1944, the concerts were officially renamed in his honour. I went to the last night in 1978, I think, something like that. I know, good night it was. Question number 3. Used on a weather map, what is a line that connects points of equal pressure? Sure, we all know that one. We're all weathermen in the UK, or weather women, or weather persons, whatever you want to call ourselves now. So used on a weather map, what is a line that connects points of equal pressure? Question number 4. It's a place I've never been, but I've been close. Also known as Easter Head in Caithness. What is the northernmost point of mainland Scotland? So question 4 again, also known as Easter Head in Caithness. What is the northernmost point of mainland Scotland? I've got it planned out for next year. So I might be calling on some quizzes for some accommodation on the way. If anybody wants to put up some cyclists next year for a night, with a tandem, you're more than welcome to offer. To see whether I can build a route around your house. Was it? Bother! I missed that one. Sorry, Michelle. Never mind, you'll get it right then. Now, the wife and I, well, I keep telling the wife, but she doesn't seem that interested. We did Land's End on a Great on our little bike on our tandem the other year, but we intend doing the 4 extreme points of Britain, and it means going from Lizard Point to Ness Point, which kind of comes right the way across. And anybody lives on that direct line somewhere, wants to put me up for the night, you're more than welcome. You could stop here, but I'm only 2 miles away, says Faye. Right then, question number 5. This is an interesting one. Which of these companies do you have to be a minimum of 18 years old to have a full account? I'll give you the choice. Is it eBay, WhatsApp, or Facebook? So question 5 again. Which of these companies do you have to be a minimum of 18 years old to have a full account? I'll give you the choice. Is it eBay, WhatsApp, or Facebook? Now, no looking that up online. Pretty straightforward, really. Question number 6. This is one you need to work out. So listen carefully, and any mathematicians amongst you will be able to work this out. The blood volume of most mammals, that includes us, of course, including humans, is approximately 8% of ideal body weight. If your ideal body weight was 100 kilograms, how many pints of blood would your body contain? There you are, you can work that one out. So the blood volume of most mammals, including humans, is approximately 8% of ideal body weight. If your ideal body weight was 100 kilograms, how many pints of blood would your body contain? Of course, that can only be an approximation, but fairly close approximation. Yeah, that's the interesting one. That is the interesting thing you've got to work out. That's cheating. It's not that hard to work it out, Leslie. Come on, sort it out. That's where the mathematics comes in. It'd be too easy if it was just in kilos and whatever, wouldn't it? Right, question number 7, while you're trying to work that one out. This is basically a mnemonic. A mnemonic is a way to remember something. All the great chancellors live very long, since shoppers can't alter politics, is a mnemonic used to remember what series? It is quite a common one. All the great chancellors live very long, since shoppers can't alter politics, is a mnemonic used to remember what series? That's got you thinking as well. Mm-hmm. Trying to remember it yourself. Oh dear. I've got a great big book on mnemonics. It's really quite good. Way to remember things when you're a child. Yeah, my wife's just saying I bought it for her, she said. Very good book, actually. If you want to remember things. First people on the moon, ABC. UKC. Question number 8. Who is a children's comic strip character created by the English artist Mary Tortell? He first appeared in the Daily Express newspaper on the 8th of November 1920. Yeah, a long time ago. So who is a children's comic strip character created by the English artist Mary Tortell? He first appeared in the Daily Express newspaper on the 8th of November 1920. Huh? No. Yeah, but it's the name of the person underneath that we're after. He first appeared. Question number 9. Nice easy one. Just when you thought they were all getting too difficult. Which conductor in a normal domestic electrical circuit would be coloured yellow and green? So which conductor in a normal domestic electrical circuit would be coloured yellow and green? And finally, question number 10. What, with a name derived from Greek, cryophobia is the morbid fear of what? So question 10 again. And finally, with a name derived from Greek, cryophobia is the morbid fear of what? Do you believe I saw the answer to number 8 on a wall plaque in Canterbury 2 weeks ago? Well, there you go. You see, learn something every day. Canterbury, well. Now, there's a place I wanted to go to, Martin. Canterbury, but I think I might have to go to Salisbury first. I haven't been to Salisbury for a long, long time. Right then, have you all worked out those answers? The mnemonic, the blood volume, and the minimum age. Have you had an idea of any of those? They were the tricky ones in the round. So let's not give you all too long, otherwise we'll be delving into the realms of people making it up as they go along, no doubt. Right, let's get some marking done. Don't think we're there. Have you got some answers down for everything, Andrew? Yep, I've got answers. So let's see what everybody else can get answers. Question number one then, how much money does each player receive at the beginning of a game of Monopoly? That's £1,500. 2 red ones, 4 yellow ones. I don't remember. What was the £50? Was that grey or blue? Anyway, whatever it was. Question number two. The English conductor I was after was Henry Wood, and they're better known as the Henry Wood Promenade Concerts. So well done if you got that. Points of equal pressure is called an isobar. An isobar, also known as Easterhead in Caithness, what is the most northern point of mainland Scotland, in fact mainland UK. It's Dunnet Head. Dunnet Head. It's about 8 miles north, whatever it is, northwest of John O'Groats. Number 5, which of the companies do you have to be a minimum of 18 years old? I gave the choice with eBay, WhatsApp or Facebook. It's eBay. eBay, you've got to be 18, 16 for a WhatsApp account, and 13, of course, for most of the other accounts from Facebook. Number 6 is interesting. The blood volume of most mammals, including humans, is approximately 8%. Well, of course, 8% of 100 kilos will be 8 kilos. 8, which is equivalent to 8 litres if it was water, which is virtually 14 pints. And as the specific gravity of blood is very similar to that of water, it actually works out at 14.078 pints. So 14 pints was what I was after for that. Number 7, of course, all the great chancellors did very long since shoppers can't alter politics, is a mnemonic to remember the 12 signs of the zodiac. The 12 signs of the zodiac. Number 8, of course, was Rupert Bear, the comic strip character, which was created in 1920. Number 9, I was after the Earth conductor, of course, in a normal domestic plug or domestic circuits is now yellow and green. And finally, number 10, cryophobia is the morbid fear of the cold. Cryophobia, the morbid fear of the cold. Well done if you got that. So there's a few there to work out, but very well done if you managed to get the blood question. Took a bit of logic to work it out, but never mind. Right then, everybody, let's have some fantastic scores in. So we have Carol and Home Alone 6 on a very, very respectable 58 points out of possible 63. That's fantastic. So well done them. We had Sarah with 52.5. Well played them, and happy birthday, Sarah. I hope your bad back's settling down a bit after a bit of beer and Coco de Mol. Mick Roberts also on 52. We've got split the difference on 62. Could be tonight's winners. Leslie Barrett, cheers, Nick. I'm leaving now. He's on 49. Good night, Leslie. Vanessa's on 46. Mike Yates on 41. Aid the Lovely One, 60 points. Well played, Aid the Lovely One in the game. Ian Miller's on 40. PRS are on 59. Well played them. Tracy and Jenna on 55. We've got Georgia Lambert, 41 for the Yorkies. Thanks for a great quiz, they're saying. Well, yeah, if it wasn't for all those plain, silly bread jokes. Graham Gifford, 49. Well played, Graham. Michelle says 53, some cracking questions, which we didn't get. Fantastic. Well played, Michelle. We've got Harry Julian in on 49. Well played. Out of 63, which is a pretty good score again. Marlon Davis, 53. My mother will be so proud. The Condiments, 56 points. Well played, the Condiments. Andy Lewis is on 50. We've got the Booby Prize Girls on 42. C. Farnon on 49. Major Dexter, fast asleep on the settee. Fantastic. We'll be able to take him up to bed now. Yeah, good night, A, the Lovely One. Thanks, C7, for the quiz. And Aziz Safai, thanks for the quiz. It's been quite good tonight. Yes, the bread jokes were a pain, weren't they? They were plain and stupid, weren't they? Paul Lewis, 61 points. Well played, the Quizzy Rascals. That's a fantastic score. So Ian Miller's thanking us. Thanks, Lids. Yes, and cheers to my co-host Lydia, who puts all the questions up for us. It's been quite nice, and I've enjoyed the jokes. So let's see whether we can come up with a new topic for next week for the jokes. We've yeah, we need some. We need some new ones. Yeah, quite good. Good quiz. Everybody seems to have enjoyed themselves tonight. So we've had a bit of a laugh as well, which makes a difference. So and yes, congratulations to those whose birthday it was. And I hope you've had a great night. Sorry that you've had to be stuck in doing a quiz, but never mind. Providing you've had a good day and you enjoyed it the rest of your day. Good night, Graham Gifford, and have a great happy birthday to you, and also a great happy birthday to Sarah as well. So that's me and Lydia signing off now. If anybody wants to come and join us, Ian 72 yesterday. Oh yes, I forgot, Ian. I did send you a thing. So Ian as well, another birthday person. He was 72 years yesterday. So happy birthday, Ian. Sorry, I did see that. I don't know whether I did send you a whatever, but do send me anybody whose birthday's coming up or whatever else. It kind of pops up on my messenger thing anyway. But of course, not everybody's on my feed. But you're more than welcome to just join and make yourself known on Facebook and Messenger. I'll befriend you all if you want, but never mind. And then we can sort out anybody's birthday or whatever else. We'll celebrate, we'll drink to them, we'll tell them a joke and keep them happy in these very tricky and awful times as we try and all get through COVID together, because I don't think as we get into the darker nights, it's going to be any better. We were doing the quiz. We've come all the way through summer from March when it was beginning to get light. I did a couple of quizzes outside. And now, of course, we're all back to being inside, cold, wet, horrible. So what better than a crap quiz on a Wednesday or a Sunday night, hosted by me and Lydia. Well, hosted by me and supported by Lydia. So anyway, good night all, and stay safe. And we will see you on Sunday if you want to come and do the quiz on Sunday. If not, Eileen's just said, Eileen Williams has just come in with a 40. Well done, Eileen. And thanks everybody for taking part tonight. And we will see majority of you again on Sunday night to do battle again. 8:15 Sunday. If not, come and join us next Wednesday night and we will see you then. So signing off now, and trying to think of a bread pun that's not been said, but I'm not going to come up with one. So I'm not rising to the occasion, am I? So we'll have to think of something else. But never mind. I've got to get up early in the morning anyway to brew. So good night, everybody. This is Nick and Lydia. Sorry, Nick and Lydia signing off. Thanks, Andrew, as well. And we'll see you all Sunday, or if not, next Wednesday. So good night, all, and stay safe. Oh, they haven't signed off yet. Good night, all.